All right, welcome everybody. Glad to have you here for pre-fight press conference for World Series of Fighting 22. We are back where we started here. Marlon, you'll remember that, don't you? Back in the day when we had our first fights here at Planet Hollywood a few years ago and started out here. And we love coming here to this location to fight, certainly here in Las Vegas, and to be here at Planet Hollywood. Great venue. You're in for a real treat with a marvelous fight card coming up on Saturday night on the NBC Sports Network. Also want to mention real quick, one of the changes that we've got going on here is the fight is going to begin, the main card will begin televising at 7:30 Pacific time. That's a change, 8 o'clock with the previous announcement, 7:30 Pacific time. So we'll be bumping right up against the NASCAR race in Iowa that will be taking place that evening, and then World Series of Fighting will follow that. So we've got an exciting fight card. It's a dynamic fight card with a couple of main events that are going to be just fantastic for you here. I want to thank a couple of sponsors right off the bat. You can see them up there, Alienware and Sand Nutrition. A couple of great sponsors for the World Series of Fighting for this event that's taking place. And again, Saturday nights, the early events will begin, the undercard right around 5 o'clock Pacific time, and then again, the main card, and that's a change, at 7:30. You can see the full fight card at WSOF.com to get you more details there. We'll introduce the fighters here. We'll start out to my left here, out of Brazil, one of the great undefeated fighters, young fighters. Boy, we're going to be hearing his name quite a bit, I'm sure, in the future. Simon Moraes, out of Brazil. The guy that I mentioned will be the champion here for the welterweight division in the World Series of Fighting, has just been one of the real stars of the sport and certainly of the World Series of Fighting, fighting 7 times so far, undefeated as a World Series of Fighting participant, and also just a great guy to be around, hang out, and chat with, talk to, but he has also been just a tremendous competitor, and he's the champion of the World Series of Fighting, the number 7 ranked bantamweight in the world, Marlon Moraes, out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Marlon. Also up here, we'll be fighting in the co-main events or double headliners that we've got taking place here. Jake Shields is on one of the great runs all time in MMA history with 15 consecutive wins right now. He has just done some marvelous fighting and just a great streak right now. American Jiu-Jitsu, we'll have him explain that in a little bit. An expert in that, has done some tremendous things here. We've seen him as a great competitor in the World Series of Fighting and also a star on Animal Planet. Is that right? Jake Shields out of San Francisco. Yes, he's a star on Animal Planet. Fighting for the welterweight championship here against one of the toughest, I'll say most controversial fighters in the business, certainly over the years. It's leg locks, it's heel locks, all sorts of things that he can do, but has been a tremendous fighter and a former champion himself. Out of Brazil, Hushmar Flores. Okay, we got a fight to announce coming up in September. That's going to be a fun one. And if you saw the first one that happened down in Arizona, you saw, I call it the fight of the year last year. It was just a tremendous fight last year for the lightweight championship. And 2 great fighters have decided to do it again. They went 3 rounds the first time. And when I saw that fight, it did give me, I was at Hagler Hearns and saw that fight. Saw how 2 guys went at it with each other and was ringside for that and thought, this fight's not going to last more than 3 rounds. When I saw these 2 guys take off, I said, this fight's not going to last more than maybe 2 rounds, but it did last 3 rounds before it finally got to a close. But Luis Palomino, glad to have you back and fight World Series of Fighting again in what I will call the fight of the year last year in all of MMA, taking on the champion out of Colorado, Justin Gaethje, who is undefeated overall, and we are looking forward to that. So he'll be here to answer some of your questions, those 2 guys. But first, let's get Ray Sefo up here, 7-time world champion, the greatest kickboxer on the planet, and also the president of the World Series of Fighting, Ray Sefo. Sugar Ray Sefo.
Thank you, Ron. Before I introduce a very important gentleman, I would like to take this opportunity to send out a big thank you to all our fans, not only here in the U.S., but also around the globe, for all the love and support, and of course, for believing in us since day one. I want to thank the media, and of course, all our fighters. As you can see up here, we have some of the best fighters in the world. And you can bet your bottom dollar, World Series of Fighting is here to stay. The gentleman I'm about to bring up not only brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in digital media and television programming. He was also the CEO of Back 9 Network, an executive for AOL and the Olympics. Please, it is an honor and a privilege to introduce to you the new World Series of Fighting CEO. Put your hands together for Carlos Silva, please.
Thanks, Ray. Hey, everybody. How's everyone today? It's good to be here. So excited to be here on my first day on the job with some great athletes, an exciting event that we're here at Planet Hollywood. Excited to join a really great team. This is World Series of Fighting 22, WSOF 22. This team that has been here has put on 21, and this Saturday, the 22nd, great fight with folks like Ray, with Ali that's here, with Keith, and everyone on the team. They've really grown this into a great brand. I'm honored to join the team, bring a little bit of TV, media, little online and digital experience to the team, and really continue to grow this for the fighters and for the fans. We want the fans to really get to know the fighters more. We want them to really embrace the lifestyle of MMA and really help to do that by bringing great programming day to day to them, along with our great fights that happen about every month. So I'm just really excited to be the CEO. I'd like to thank our investors for bringing me on board. I'd like to thank Planet Hollywood, and of course, two great new sponsors that we got in Alienware and Sand Nutrition for the fight this weekend. In wrapping, I just say we've got a great partner in NBC as well. The NBC Sports Networks, 80, 90 million homes. It's a very important partner. I've been a partner of NBC for a long time, having been the president and COO of Universal Sports, which was an Olympic sports network that we launched years ago. They're a great partner. They're a great sports partner as well. I mean, NBC Sports is the leader. So we're very lucky to have them as our cable partner and as our broadcast partner on the main NBC as well, a few times a year. So please tell your friends, please tell everyone to tune in. We've got some great fighters, some great athletes, and I'm really, really happy to be a part of the team. Thank you very much. Over to you, Ray.
Well, we're back to business. As you all know, WSOF 22 is this Saturday. Our co-main event, we'll go there first, is Marlon Moraes defending his bantamweight title against Shimon Moraes. Marlon, as the champion, take it away if you have a few words to say.
Hello everyone, and good evening to everybody, and I think everybody gotta go out there Saturday, watch not only Marlon versus Shimon, but also Palhares, Jake Shields. Be a great show, and I'm ready to keep my belt.
Shimon?
Hi guys, Saturday is the big show coming forward to all fights. Everyone stay ready for give a great event for you. Thank you.
Of course, our main event, Usama Palhares defending his welterweight title against Jake Shields. Usama, please, few words.
Thanks everybody for coming today. Eu agradeço a todos por terem vindo aqui, assistir essa press conference e a expectativa de um grande show, uma grande luta.
So thanks so much for everybody coming. I'm waiting for this fight a lot. I'm ready for the fight, and I will give a show for everybody.
Jake Shields.
Yeah, feel great. Camp's gone good. I think I've pretty much already said I'm just here to kick Paul Harris's ass and take his belt. You know, I think he's an amazing fighter, but it's my belt.
We also have two other legends as well at the end of the tables in Justin Gagey and Luis Palomino. These guys are going to square off again. Of course, as Ron have already introduced these guys, and what an amazing battle that was. And without a doubt, I'm expecting another amazing battle. So a few words from the champ, Justin Gagey, please.
Step.
All right, I'm pumped to be here as a fan. First and foremost, a little less on the shoulders, but yeah, I'm pretty pumped to fight Palomino again. You know, I definitely wasn't satisfied that I didn't put him to sleep, so that's my only goal next fight. You know, making him quit was definitely satisfying, but not satisfying enough. I'd like to see him go to sleep. So that's my goal, and I'm gonna enjoy these fights. I'm pumped for both these fights up here. I'm glad they brought me out here.
Thank you. Luis?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Thank you guys for having me here tonight. I want to thank World Series of Fighting for another opportunity. And I want to thank the champ, man. It's pretty damn ballsy to accept, you know, a rematch. You know, he really didn't have to. I want to thank Justin Gagey for that. And I just hope you don't regret it later, man, because, you know, we got a score to settle. It's never going to be a light fight. It can't ever be a light fight. There's more gas in the tank. The heart is never fragile. I'm always strong in the heart. I'm here to take his belt. I love the guy. I really love the guy, respect him, but I'm here to kick his ass, man. I'm here to take his belt, period.
Right here at World Series of Fighting. Well, I guess, you know, now we'll leave it, we'll hand it out to the media. And
Okay.
whoever else has any questions.
Yeah, we got questions here for the media. Go ahead and raise your hand if you want. I'll bring the mic around. You guys don't fight for another month, so hold on now, okay? You guys, yeah, nothing happening this weekend. We'll get you going next month. Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself and address your questions too.
George from MMA Junkie Radio. George Garcia, sorry. Jake, topic of conversation all week has been, you know, you're going for yet another belt. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think you have like 5 or 6 major belts. Shudo, Elite XC, Strikeforce, Rumble on the Rock, and one other one. But I mean, you're a belt collector. Talk about what this would mean to take the belt from Husamar.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I've had a lot of belts, and this is a belt I respect a lot, and it's he's holding it for me right now. I'm going out there. I wish we were fighting right now. I don't feel like waiting 2 days. I wanna get it on right now.
Why is that? I mean, I know you've done some media, but was there is it just what he's done in his previous fights, or is he taking it to another level with words, social media?
You know, I mean, no, he hasn't said anything bad about me. I think because, you know, hurting people, it's kind of bothered me, and a lot of it's just myself. I'm ready for another belt as well. I'm mentally just psyched in a good place, and he's the one that's going to pay for it.
And Husamar, if I can ask you, you know, you've now seen Jake probably a few times, and he's made no secret, you know, he wants your belt, and he's coming at you very hard. Do you have anything to say now towards him after he's, you know, said a few things at this press conference?
Você tem? O que eu tenho para dizer, ele já sabe o que vai acontecer, então não precisa de falar dele, ele já sabe. E é isso que vai acontecer, não tem história, não tem papo.
You know, Jake Shield take a lot. He take a lot, say a lot of words, but I stay for fight, not to take or to conversation. If you get my belt, go to the show and you have the opportunity. I think it's impossible you win with me.
All right, more questions here from the media. Go ahead and raise your hand if you want. If you got a question, okay, right here.
One thing for sure, I'm very excited for Saturday.
Question for Jake Shields. Jake, whenever people break down the fight, obviously what gets brought up a lot is the leg locks. And I know defense has probably been something that you've been working on a lot, but what about offense? Should that opportunity present itself, would you like to submit him the same way he's gotten a lot of guys, or would the knockout be even more fulfilling for you?
Oh, I mean, I'm a submission artist. I would love to submit him. That would be ideal, but I'll take a knockout as well. I just don't want this fight to go the distance. I really want to go out there and finish him.
And Justin and Luis, the first fight was epic. People loved it. And I know the victory is probably the most important thing, but is there a little pressure to kind of live up and even surpass what went on in that first fight?
No pressure at all. Actually, what you might see as pressure, I see as motivation. I'm hyped, man. I'm amped. I know what I can do. You know, when I said that it was pretty ballsy for him to take the rematch, I say it because he knows the danger I present. He knows that he can't lose his belt against me. And I believe I can take it. And I know I will take it.
Yeah, I definitely don't feel pressure. I'm undefeated right now, but I'm definitely going to lose soon. So bound to happen one time or another. If he's going to get lucky, that's all it's going to be. You know, I proved last fight. I'm better on the ground. I'm better on the feet. I'll kick him when I want. I can punch him when I want. Yeah, you know, it's not. I'm on the other side. I thought it was ballsy of him to take the fight again. I would never take the chance of taking the ass whooping twice in a row. I mean, I couldn't imagine it. I really couldn't. I mean, I'm being completely honest. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to getting knocked out one day. So hopefully, you know, good luck and let's go.
Yeah, I'm definitely granting that wish right there. I have knockout power with both my hands, both my legs. And the truth of the matter is, like I said, I'll never put an excuse he's a champion, because he is a champion because he works hard and he deserves to be a champion. But truth of the matter is, he fought 50% of me. If you've seen my fights, you will see that I use my legs a lot. I move lateral, I move side to side, I kick a lot. I won 70% of my fights with kicks. I injured my ankle in the beginning of the fight when we traded the first kick. And not every fight goes the same. This fight will not go that way. And it's going to be my night this time.
Ron Gerard, American Urban Radio Network for Rusamar. Wanted to ask you, with all the talent that you bring into the octagon, you're known as a controversial fighter. That always seems to follow you. You get tired of hearing that, because people look at you as a controversial fighter rather than the champion that you are?
Não, isso não me incomoda nada não, porque assim, eu entendo que os caras treinam jiu-jitsu há muito tempo, todo mundo são muito duro, então ninguém quer bater, né? Quer dizer, entregar a luta assim. Mas aí depois que a posição está encaixada, não adianta. Pode ser quem for que vai ter que bater. Entende? Eu acho que conta fatos no argumento, né?
No, it doesn't matter, no. Everybody's a professional. Everybody know about the jiu-jitsu. If I put the position, I win the fight.
All right, any more questions back there? Go ahead, hand the mic.
Hi, Amber Dixon with NBC Las Vegas. This is for Jake Shields. Can you elaborate on your concern of your opponent intentionally trying to hurt you, and how has it motivated you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a concern, because, you know, if he gets it, you know, he might try to break it even if you tap. So it's, I've worked extra hard not to get those positions and get out. And now I'm going to go out there and put it on him. It gives me extra motivation to want to go out there and beat him up.
And what is your goal? I've heard you talk about breaking bones. What is the goal?
I'm not saying my goal is breaking bones, but if I get a submission, I'm going to crank it extra hard. I mean, I'm not a dirty fighter. I'm not going to, you know, risk getting spinned to hold something too long, but I'm definitely going to go out there with an intention to hurt him.
And would that be kind of revenge, I guess, for...
It would be nice to get some paybacks, people he's done it to. I certainly wouldn't feel guilty.
Okay, and then for Paul Harris, how do you respond to that, to those allegations of dirty fighting?
Como você responde algumas pessoas falam que você é um lutador sujo?
Como que eu respondo a isso? É lá dentro do octagon. Simples.
This is not a talk show. This is a fighter. I respond in the fight, you know. Just it.
Okay, we'll stay on that topic here for a moment if we can. Jake Shields, we got a question here from Rodolfo Roman from the El Nuevo Herald. How would it feel on a personal level to win the title using Falara's own signature move on him and make him tap out? Wouldn't that sort of be?
Yeah, I mean, that would be it would be pretty awesome to catch him in leg lock. I've worked a lot of leg locks. I'm not going to go out there in the mindset of, oh, I got to get him in that. You know, that can get you in trouble. But I've certainly worked him, and that would be a nice way to finish it. I'm sure a lot of people would be happy to see his knee get blown out.
Also, Ashley Luther, with MMA Mayhem TV says you've been very vocal in regards to your feelings about Falaris as a fighter, even saying you want to break his arm and give him some of his own medicine. How would you respond to critics who say these kind of comments are hypocritical, is what she's asking?
I mean, I guess it is what it is. I mean, he's done it, so I'm just doing it back. I would never go out there. I mean, it's a fight, you know. If it happens, it happens. You know, if he hurts me, he's going to try to hurt me, so why would I not try to hurt him?
All right. Thank you, Jake. Okay, over to Shimon Moraes. George Kinnebrew with MMA Mayhem Radio says, because you are facing an opponent with similar skill set as you, will that hinder you from coming forward and trying to slow him down as a young undefeated fighter, certainly that you are? What are your thoughts there to George from MMA Mayhem? Wondering whether he compares your skill set certainly to Marlon's, and you guys have similar styles. Would that keep you from coming forward trying to slow him down? Are you going to try to change your style a little bit, do you think, in the ring?
I'm ready for everything, you know. I'm training MMA. I'm still ready for everything, man. I'm a professional fighter. I'm so happy for this opportunity. I just want to go to a great job Saturday.
And to Marlon, a question from Alex Schlinsky with MMAmania.com. Where do you feel you have the advantage over Shimon, and how do you expect this fight to end? You going to make a prediction for us, Marlon? What do you think?
I think I'm better everywhere. I'm ready, and I had the best training camp in my life. And Saturday, I'm gonna go out there and perform. You know, I respect him. He's a great fighter, but Saturday is gonna be my day.
Okay, no prediction though at this point. Just go out, perform, do well.
Yeah, get my hand raised in the end. That's it.
Have the belt at the end. Okay. Joe Saicado from Saicado Sport out of Brazil. This question for, again, Shimon Moraes. How's your mindset going into this fight against a more experienced fighter? With you, young, undefeated, but more experienced fighter certainly with Marlon Moraes.
All my life, I'm fight with a lot of guys with more experience with me. I'm fighting in Muay Thai with the guys with 300 fights. I'm fighting the MMA with guys have 35 fights more with me. This is no say nothing. I'm very all my life. I'm start training with 4 years old. I'm still ready for this fight, for this opportunity all my life. You know, I'm ready. I'm waiting this all my life. This is my time. This is my belt. I will take my belt Saturday and back to home for see my family. That's it.
Okay, question here for Hushmar. I'll bring the mic over here. John Pollock with Fight Network wants to know what your opinion of Jake's striking is, and do you expect a lot of boxing in this fight? So your thoughts on Jake's striking, and do you expect a lot of boxing?
Porque eu treino, todo mundo pensa que eu sou só do jiu-jitsu, não pensa? Então vamos cair pra porrada então, pô.
You know, I don't wait for nothing. I wait for the fight. I can fight in the ground, I can fight it up, I can fight anywhere. I'm a champion, I'm still champion.
Okay, another question also for Hushmar from Ashley Luther, MMA Mayhem TV. How do you feel about Shields calling you a psychopath and a dirty guy who likes to hurt others?
O que você acha? Bonitão falar que você é um lutador sujo. Do jeito de falar que você é um lutador sujo. Doesn't matter that Joe should say, you know. Jake Shields is like a talk show. I'm a fight. This is a difference.
Is there a translation for psychopath in Portuguese? What is that word? I'm asking, I don't know.
Sujo, lutador sujo em português.
That fits it perfectly? Okay. Also want to mention, real quick, any other questions out there? Anybody else? I'll bring the mic around. There are 10 fights on this card. Of the 20 fighters, 8 are local fighters from Las Vegas. You got a great lineup of a bunch of local fighters here, good young local fighters that will be in along with these superstars, really superstars in the sport. So a lot happening there. We're glad we got Ray Seffo there in the middle between the guys on the main card here. Let's go ahead and get some pictures if we can up here now, to get some stare downs. We'll start first with Moraes and Moraes.
Okay, let's move these first. Yeah?
Hold your belt, Moraes.
Hold your belt.
Again, this is for the Bantamweight Championship, the WSOF Bantamweight Championship. Shimon Moraes and Marlon Moraes. All right, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Shimon Moraes, Marlon Moraes. The co-main event, Jake Shields, San Francisco, Hushimar Falars from Brazil. Welterweight championship, 170 pounds on the line. All right. Saturday nights, and of course, coming up September 18th in Arizona will be the lightweight championship. Luis Palomino, Justin Gaethje. Looking forward to that on the NBC Sports Network. Arizona's not that far away. If you're from Vegas, you can go down there and check out that fight. Fight of the year last year between these two guys. They'll have the rematch. All right, let's have everybody up for a shot. Let's get the whole group up here. One more shot, please. Go, I got it.
Guys, up here? Straight on, guys. Guys, up here?
All right, guys, thank you very much. Also want to mention, stand up, please, John Fitch in the audience. Everybody say hi to John Fitch. Getting ready to fight again in October in Connecticut for the World Series of Fighting. Great welterweight fighter. Glad to have John Fitch here. Again, fight card begins Saturday night at 5 p.m., the main events, the main card beginning at 7:30 on the NBC Sports Network. Get your tickets now. Great time. We have the weigh-ins here tomorrow at 4 p.m., same location. So you can join us for that. Thank you very much for joining us here, everybody.